let us continue playing Advance Wars 2 Black Hole Rising. When we last left off, we did, I believe, Sonya's mission against Ada in the Fog of War, because of course all of Sonya's missions are Fog of War missions. That's her ability, it kind of makes sense for it to be on them. And we unfortunately missed the lab, which means we don't have a lab mission to do. This is a pain because it means we no longer have the awesomeness that is Candy with Neo-Tanks. Nevertheless, we have 3 missions, all rated at equal difficulty. We're going to do this one first. Canby goes to reclaim the town. The enemy's new weapon awaits. Commander Ada, the laser cannon has been deployed as you ordered. Very well.
Ada, how are you planning on using it up that mountain?
Quite simple, really. I'm going to lure the enemy in and fire.
What makes you think they'll come all the way out here?
I'm going to lay siege to their cities. If they don't come, I'll tell the word they've permitted their cities to be taken. Either way, we cannot lose. More importantly, did you deploy that infantry as I requested?
Put them just where you said. They're pretty far from the city, is that okay?
Yes, that's fine. March them along slowly. They're merely bait for the enemy. Wouldn't want them capturing those cities too quickly.
Duty and honor. Mission 20.
Father, hold your attack.
Why, Sonya? The Black Hole Army is about to lay siege to our cities.
It's a trap. They're trying to lure us in.
But we can't just sit here.
Why not? The city isn't at all important, strategically speaking.
Sonya! What are you? What are we?
What are we? We're COs in Yellow Comet Army.
Correct. And COs not sit idly by and watch their people be destroyed. Even if it's a trap. Even if it's strategically important. We are COs. It's our job to protect the people of Yellow Comet. Am I wrong?
No, Father. I understand. Just be careful. I want to see if I can unravel this trap.
Day 1. It's a pre-deployed map. There are no bases on there. As you can see, there are 2 forces. Important to note that most of these south forces are pretty stuck. They've got a lot of woodland to go through. The rockets won't really be a factor in the battle until very late. The mid-tanks won't be able to move very fast here. This entire force can be pretty much ignored for the first phase of the battle. The trouble comes in these things. These, as you can see, are lasers. And they block the entirety of the road on both these sides. Now, I forget how much damage these actually do. But let's see the terms. Destroy all enemy units to protect those cities in the upper right. So we must keep these cities intact and destroy all enemy units. Symbol. Pre-deployed map with the strongest guy available. What can possibly go wrong? Well, let's first off just have a quick check on tank ranges. Because the entire bit of this woodland is basically not going to be helpful to us at this stage. So I'm thinking we want to get you to there. Now that's a pretty tempting target, but it's not within tank range. These guys can try to get round, but they're not going to be able to make it. And as long as I'm not in range of that, that'll be fine. So there we go. That's now trap basically for this tank, which actually can only get to there. Maybe I won't do that then. We'll have a counter tank going in position there. Move the mid-tank up, and the rockets. Now, these are the trouble ones. Because the roads are completely blocked, we have to try and navigate them through the grassland. But as you can see, they move at half speed through grass. On these 2 spaces, as opposed to the 4, they will move along a road. So for the moment, they have priority there. So we need to get them into some position, just not the position that's going to get them lasered. Meanwhile, similar thing with these. Move the mid-tank forward to there. We should move the actual tank. Sorry, he has to check, double check where it is, even though I know where it is. Off the roads and off the roads and off of that line of things, and for some reason the thing has stopped. Bear with. That's better. Yeah, probably me just leaning on the touchpad on this again. Yeah. Right, we'll keep the infantry safe here as much as we can. We will need them. And we don't want to really put them at risk. Now, I don't know offhand whether the lasers will affect the black hole units, but I'm going to guess they don't. So we're fine for the moment on turn 1. I'm not going to move any more of my infantry because I like having my line up there. And here comes Ada. Now, Ada does have the speed boost. This is kind of critical. Because he can suddenly speed +2 along all terrain. Which means this set of troops is actually more of a problem at that stage. And mechs have a reduced movement penalty for moving through mountains, so they could probably get there quite quickly. Father, I know what the enemy has planned. They have a monstrous weapon called a laser cannon. It fires a deadly laser up, down, left, and right in a straight line. I see. Got the mother trap eye. Oh, I'm not finished yet. It's a laser cannon, but only a prototype. It can't just be fired at any time. I think that's something we can use to our advantage. That is helpful. You're splendid, my child. Father, I am not looking for flattery. I'm trying to warn you. If its entities in the upper right are captured, we lose. Be careful. So we can lose some of them. We just can't lose all of them. In the meantime, though, Cammy's going to use his superior troops to just go boom. Next up, we have to double check the laser positionings here. So, really this is the only one that's going to be relevant right this moment. What we need to do is work out a way of getting both of them, really. So I'm quite happy to use this as a sacrificial pawn right now. Pin you in position. Hold you there. Yeah, I'm quite happy to do this. If the tank stays in position, we can attack with our mech unit and probably have an advantage there. If this moves down, we can still smash it through. So, can our mid-tank move there? No, that would be in the tank line. Yeah, between the two of those, I think we've got enough to deal with either the tank or the mech unit regardless. So that's fine. There comes the tricky bit. Now, I think we can actually take that out. So, I'm going to move to there. We're going to experiment in a little bit by throwing a APC in the way and then counter-attacking with our mech unit. We, however, have got to be even more careful here. This is the first turn where our guys are going to have issues. I'm going to move this rocket unit to try and take out this laser cannon with artillery fire, because that seems the most sensible way of trying to deal with them, assuming we can even hurt them. Now that tank can hurt our current one, but we can counterattack. We can even counterattack safely, which is interesting. Yeah, we'll just move the things into position. You up to there, so we have the artillery cover. You are going to head into there. Similar reasoning, but we've got to somehow march you slowly through that city. You see, there is a time aspect to this, and while I did say they are going to take a while to get there, and that while is not all that long. So what I'm doing with these guys is I'm hoping to move them onto the mountain here, which is obviously a safe spot for them. You can move up to there. I'm not sure what to do with a lot of my other guys now. And this mech unit, this big tank can actually run down here. We might try and run it round this side, the long way round. We'll see what we can do. End turn. Father, the enemy's preparing to fire a laser. Look out! Did I move it? Did I move it into range? Okay, so it's fired this turn. It probably won't be firing it for another couple of turns. Okay, so it's not the auto-fire weapon I thought it was. Okay, we remember things now. It means I've been a bit overly cautious and I could have actually been aggressive this time, but it's fine. So those are on the march. As you can see, they are stacking themselves up there. The tanks will get free. But as for everything else, we should be okay. So you can see, we can use our mech to do 19 to that. This guy can also move 2 spaces forward, and that puts it into range. We should be able to deal with that next turn. I'm actually of the opinion that we want to attack now. And how I'm going to attack is by doing that. Staying out of that range for the moment, and also staying out of there. Now, though, I want to put a blocker in place. Now, I'm hoping they weren't going to be able to do this, because if I've got this right, this should be okay for us. I'm also going to be moving that APC. It's not going to stay there. So we'll shuffle you along as best we can. You shuffle along to there. You shuffle along to there. Now let's find out how much damage we can do. We can do 63, but we're going to get hit. My tank also does 63, so we can wipe that out. And then, unfortunately, we're going to take a hit from the artillery, but that's fine. We can afford the hit from the artillery. Whichever way around it does it, that artillery will die in the turn afterwards. And we have defense boosts on both of the people that can attack, and we have a movement boost anyway up there. So, okay. So the mid-tank can run up there. The infantry can be fine to there. You are going to chase. You're fine there. And you... I think we're just going to advance. I am going to make my attack. I wasn't necessarily planning to, but we're going to make that attack happen anyway. Yeah, artillery goes for the tank. That was an expected move. And it stays on 7. 7's fine. We got, remember, we got a thing up there that we can just immediately repair it on. So all is good from that point of view. And they're already at the point where they might be capturing a few turns. Okay, now we're expecting it to fire this turn. However, this one is going to be finished. 1 down. Right. Yeah, I thought about this a little bit, but actually I can't run the tank up there because it can't actually get past there. So the tank moves to there. We'll keep our mech full hit points. Okay, not bad thus far. The only other thing that we can... Oh, there's a large river there. I don't have to worry about that. I was ever so slightly concerned I might have rockets from there to worry about, but actually that's nowhere near. Overly cautious thinking from me there, surely. Right, mid-tank moves out of the way. We can either really destroy that, or we can destroy that. We're going to destroy that. Because there's a good chance we can just really destroy it with a tank anyway. And you can even move out of the way, which is awesome. So we have our buffer. Need to destroy the artillery this turn because it can do more damage to the mid-tank than the tank can. We'll move you out of the way as well. And now it's just a case of where can we move. Now this is now pretty secure on the... This bit's secure, so we don't have to worry about that. We just have to worry about getting things close enough that we can move them. Okay, so you're on the move, you're on the move. Not a lot I can do with the APC at this stage, so I'm just going to supply and go for that. The tank will... You'll move a step closer, but we'll have to sort that out in time. End turn. Laser fires, and Ada has a movement speed boost available. Level 1, of course. Single shot, this shouldn't even damage. It didn't. The tank will get a first strike on our tank, of course. And already I feel we're in trouble, but we might just have to push in a little bit. The good news is, they didn't actually even bother attacking with a tank. That is Camby's advantage. They decided there was no point in attacking. Awesome. Right. It's fired this turn, so we can move the rocket in. It's going to have to move because I don't have a lot else I can do with it this turn. And we'll see about dodging people out of the way in a little bit. For now, we want the mid-tank march to continue. You're going to go up there and destroy that. Yeah, it can be mid-tanks. Only going to be beaten by neo-tanks in this game at all. Even then, really, they still have mathematical edge on them. Now, I want to do a... Yeah, actually, this is what we want to do. We want to have a honey trap here. We want to have a tank there. Now, Camby's tank should not be destroyed even by a mid-tank attacking. Unfortunately, I can't get that into range, which is a shame. You're not in range either. That's actually going to end up being a poor decision on my part, I feel. Yeah, I think that's going to end up being a poor decision. You up to there. You can wait. March of the APs, March of the things. You move up to there. You move to there. Give a supply boost just for the sake of it. You move up to there, and we are done. So this is the first turn they're going to be able to start capturing. So next turn afterwards, they're going to be able to start... they're going to have 3 of those cities. Actually, no, they only have 2 of those cities. Okay, we've got a bit of a buffer. And if worse comes to it, we can hold off. 49. Yeah, I'm going to have to get you repaired, but you're at least on the point to do that. And their rockets are still quite far away at this stage. Okay. So, this is a turn where I've got some choices to make. I could sacrifice a mid-tank here. 71 damage pretty much destroys you. And we'd have a blockade. This is going to be in range to destroy. Good. That means... if I take that risk with the APC, this will get blasted. I think it'll lose 4 hit points. Possibly 5. I think it can take the hit. And that's why I'm also going to do this. I need to start hurting those infantry. So that's a 9-2. And we're probably going to lose a little more before the end of it. Good news is we're going to have a Camby counter-attack ready. Mid-tank into position. And now we need to move everything off. You have 1 more shot left as that, so that's fine. APC moves up. Right, rockets cannot get close enough, so you're going to have to dodge to there. You're going to have to dodge to there, and you are going to get to there for now. Alright, march up, and march along. So yeah, they have 2 more mid-tanks after this, but this is... the heavily damaged one will be up against our heavily damaged one. We have 2 more mid-tanks. Ours are better mid-tanks. Let's go with this. Day 6. Laser fires. Both of them lost 5. Superpower time. So now Ada's movement is increased by 2. And this could be a critical turn for it, actually. Alright, 2 down, 8 to save. And yeah, there we go. Straight on with the next one. I think those infantry are going to be in range. Oh, he's stacking up the tanks, and the mid-tanks are arriving as well. Good news is we do have our artillery nearly in range. Okay. So first things first, blow that up. We got a 4-2, and we can go back and get it tank repaired next turn. Now we need to punch through before they bring up a barrier that's too strong for us. So 81. This is all about damage output now. Speaking of damage output, there's 71. There's 19. It's got 9 left, and our tank is not in range to go and attack it, but will be next turn. Not much I can really do with you, so I'm gonna have you pick up this guy. Just so we can get him into the battle a bit closer. You might as well make the attack here. Okay, time to start clearing up. Now, this is the interesting one now. Do I want to hold off and wait? Because if I do that, they're going to send more tanks in, but I'll have the extra mid-tanks available for punching through purposes. Don't know what the infantry's quite going to do, but we'll go with it anyway. You run up to there. Okay, I'm quite happy with the turn. We'll end that there. They still don't have any artillery, so we have much better control of the board on that side. Unfortunately, they are getting to a stage where I now have to be a bit careful. They have 3. They're going to get to 6 next turn. I've got basically 3 turns to start stopping that infantry. The good news is they have positioned rather well there, and that means I can punch through. Do I do it this turn though? Now, Camby's first CO power is high offense and defense, increase the attack strength. His superpower, if we were to wait for that, increased counter-attacking ability, so that increases defense as well. I think we can afford to take his first power and just go for the attack here. I'd not worry about that, which might happen. Morale boost. So, have an attack boost. First up, 105, boom. Okay, next up. You are not in range to attack, but that's fine, we'll deal with that next. Now, interestingly, can you... No. That would have been great had it have happened, but it didn't. Okay. 82. Boom. We need to punch through this or next turn. This is quite critical at this point of the game. Also, did I leave you behind last turn? I probably did. Bah. Alright. Boom. Tank moves up. You move up. Supply. Can a 4 strong... Nah, probably not. However, it is a blocking piece, and I like blocking pieces in this game. So you down to there. You are going to move up to there. You're going to go and get a turn of repairs just on the off chance I can do something with them. You are going to make the move. Now that rocket is very close to range. We are going to protect basically this one, because this is the one that they're going to get to last. It is still technically losable from here, but we're in okay shape, I feel. They only have 2 mid-tanks left. Their rockets are still too far away. I should be able to punch through this turn. In the meantime, they go up to 6. I'm kind of ruining not attacking that mid-tank, but it's fine. It keeps it in place. It means they've got to waste a turn attacking it. Which he does. Mid-tank can now go and attack mid-tank. He's gone to retreat. Oh, he didn't even attack. He's gone for blocking pieces, which makes sense. So, the plan. Punch through. It's always the plan, punch through. This is how we're going to do it. There's one. You're on the move. You actually would be okay to take that out, I think. Yeah. So we use this mid-tank to deal with them. We use our 6 strong mid-tank. You only needed 1 turn, but that's enough. Knocks you out, and the other mid-tank attacks the artillery, which removes any of the ranged abilities. We are then through. They have no other ranged support that's really going to bother us, and we're right on top to kill some infantry. Nice. Okay. You move over to there. We could have some flanking shots and anything that counterattacks from you. You are going to wrap around, I think. That's about as far as you're going to get anyway. We shall then use a sacrificial infantryman to keep you safe. We do have a mid... I'm actually more... I should have actually used you as the sacrificial pawn here. Alright, let's move you to there. And just supply up. I should really have gone there and supplied them up, actually, thinking on that, but it's fine. We started now. Right. Everybody still out of range. Good. I haven't messed that up. See, good. I'm glad I checked that. Alright, you move up to there, and then this guy who we've forgotten about for at least 2 turns, over to there. Okay, free to save. You're going to have a go at getting to both of them now. Yep, there's one. We just need to keep one of these alive. That means we have to kill that infantry unit or that mech unit this turn. The downside is they now have the facilities to start repairing, but we should have the damage output to hold that. Hey, infantry does his job. He's got nothing else he can attack with it, actually. So, huzzah. They've gone defensive. They're running out of movement as well, actually. And now, the easiest job in the world. But, let's see who can go furthest back and make it the easiest job in the world. 57 for no counterattack, because of course they don't have things. How are you looking? Oh, see. Nah, they just got into range in time. Alright, well let's do the easy one first, because this is just a boom. Might even be able to kill this off with the infantry after this. Nope, it was done. Huzzah for the plus minus 10% variance. Next up we go... you, and 95% is pretty critical, but we're going to deal with you on the basis that you can actually hurt us back, if only slightly. So that's secured. We then want to deal with the mid-tank before it repairs. I know we're going to get a artillery to the face from this, but getting rid of the mid-tank entirely is always advisable, especially when our units are stronger than theirs. 6 strong mid-tank can now go and deal with you, wiping you out entirely. I might as well actually deploy this guy at this point, because he's going to be somewhat relevant. You can get to there. Actually, can he get to there? He should be able to get there, actually. Yeah, I'm not fighting grit. So you move to there. That means you got some distance on them. You can get to there as well in case they advance. You wrap round. So he could just sit there and destroy the APC, which I'm actually not too bothered about, because obviously it's done its job. And also, if it does destroy the APC, well, you know, it hasn't moved. And that just makes it a little easier for me to deal with everything. And a 5 strong infantry can't do too much, so we'll just hold you back there. Okay, Ada has his superpower up, but not a lot of units to attack with. So battle is effectively won. It's just a case of holding it off now and getting the time bonus. New infantry! But unfortunately that infantry is doomed. With no defense, a full artillery only did 3 damage to Candy's units, and that is why he is amazing. That is a bit... yeah, this is going to hurt a little more. Yeah. I probably should not have overly gone for that, but we have, and it's happened. See, that's the big thing about Canby. A lot of his abilities are obvious. His ability to have artillery units which don't have to worry necessarily about counterattacks, or just being picked off. Anyway, we'll deal with this artillery now because that's just saved me some bother. After this, we have to wrap you round to there. 9 strong, deal with you because we need just saying that you gotten rid of at this point. Infantry down to 4. That wipes you out. We'll put the APC on it just because it's helpful. Actually, I could go and attack. What I really want to do is go to tanking position because I've got to deal with that next. Okay, where's the outside limits of your range? There. Yeah, it's out of range. I thought it would be. Okay. So I may have to go and do infantry Zerg rush in a little bit. In fact, that'll work. Because of the way their arcs are, he's actually immune there. Next up, we'll sit you there. We'll attack there. I imagine the attack will happen on the APC in any case, but that should be fine. Yeah, start the advance. In fact, we'll move you to there. That gives you a few options. In theory, the mech unit shouldn't be attacked, actually, because it's the least valuable. And Camby's quite close to another level, so we could even have a superpower attack boost going, which is why I'm forcing an attack here, even though it's unfavourable. So it wouldn't take much. They have 7 units remaining. Most of them are base infantry and those rockets. Ah, they did go for the mech. It survived. And you decide to just kill off the infantry, which is fine, but it helps us get our power and keeps our units that are actually strong able to attack. Infantry versus artillery. 1 more damage we can take. That'll probably get down to 7 now. And I would imagine the mech unit will attack our... This is probably lethal. Or not. I'm actually surprised at that. And again, just showing off how strong Canby's defences are. Alright, morale boost, attack boost, and everything else boost. Okay, mech unit, attack. He's doing 40 damage. Okay, rocket down to 6. Rocket dead then, based on that from the other guy. And I'm also even going to put him in a defensive boost location for no reason. No reasons whatsoever. Okay. You fire on that, killing. You fire on the mech because that's the last thing we really have. Well, it's not. Everybody knows it's not, but it's the last unit that can actually hurt anything up here. Okay, so that's all dealt with. Since we're going to be trying to finish this next turn, I should move the tank down. Unless we've got something else that can hurt down there. You move across and do 157% damage to this infantry unit. Rocket moves down. I'm not actually sure. Rocket is now in range of Rocket, which is entertaining. Not overly sure how helpful that's going to be, but still. Move down. Nothing else I can really do. End turn. Now, he could use side slip to run away. Yeah, it doesn't usually do that, though. Yeah, Rocket v Rocket makes sense, and that's, again, another kind of reason why you would do that. I think it's 2 damage from a rocket fire. Such is the awesomeness of Canby with minimal defense. Yeah, I thought you'd do that, darn you. Alright, well, we're chasing you now. 85%. How far can that tank move? Not far enough. Alright, we're chasing that down. You might as well kill that off, which is the last infantry. It may end the mission there, actually. So now they can't take that last city. It didn't. Okay. The hunt begins. And I have no units really fast enough to chase. Could start capturing these back, I suppose, but it's fine. In turn. Yeah, it stopped moving. Yeah, I accepted that it's not going to get out of this mess in one piece. 70% damage, but it is going to take me another turn to finish it off. Probably costing me the speed S rank. Might still get an S out of this in fairness, but I also didn't need to merge them, which might actually get rid of my technique. There. Alright. That is game, and that is a defended area. So yeah, a little bit stressful on the timings, but actually we had that well in hand. Bad news, Ada, our troops got beat.
Those yellow comet COs are not bad at all, are they?
We just lost 2 laser cannons. Why aren't you more mad?
They were merely tools. If necessary, we can build more.
Yeah, I guess so.
More importantly, how are we going to handle things from here on in? For now, let's retreat to the factory and redraw our battle plans. This war is far from over. Father, it appears the enemies have withdrawn from the cities.
Is that so?
Yes, I visited one of them myself. They gave me a message for you. Thank you for saving us. It made me think. What if you hadn't entered the enemy's trap? What would have happened to all these people living in those cities?
The safety of all the Yellow Comet has been entrusted to us, which means we sometimes have to make painful decisions. We must always protect our citizens, regardless of the danger we face.
I understand that now.
Commander, we spotted someone in the mountains to the north. It might be the Black Hole CO. Are you sure? Quickly, prepare to pursue.
Hold on, Father. We'll never catch him if he's that far away. It's more important we work on reorganizing the troops. That's...
We'll never know unless we try. I am not letting him get away.
But Father! Father! Oh, I wish we weren't so reckless.
Quite so. And our ranking is...
Yeah, we were one turn away from the full S rank, but actually still managing an S. Which means we still only missed that one on Sonia's mission, but yeah, I was always expecting to lose that. 15 days for duty and honor, and we have finally had a video where we have done Advance Wars. Hopefully I'll do another one in the week, but as I say, these are fairly longish, so yeah. But either way, I'm going to try and desperately get one of these out a week now. I'm getting myself organised. This has got to happen. So, the Shadowhawk 2012, and I will say until the next time.